So Bob Marley told people to free themselves from mental slavery, and a lot of people thought he was talking about a book, but he was also talking about getting to this money. So it was deeper than just a book. It was deeper than just literature. It was also money. So Bob Marley was way ahead of his time. So welcome to the Black Wealth Rebels Freedom Friday show, and today we are going to talk about the genius, the legend that is Bob Marley, and all the things that he did to move his career, his royalties, and his people ahead. Good afternoon, Jimmy, or good morning, good evening.
Whoa! Damn, dog, you had a little bit of you got to the eggnog already. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
day after Thanksgiving, you already hitting the eggnog, man.
so listen, if you are in the village, you are about to see Jimmy high level slander me. That video is going up right away. Or
Hold
not
on,
right
ho. I
as
don't know what you're talking about, doggy. I'm
so
high level slandering you.
high level slander. So
No
last
slander.
last weekend, Jimmy and I were out in the community at a high level university where Jimmy was invited to speak because he's a great intellectual and understands money and wealth and Bitcoin at its highest levels. Did I lie? Did I lie?
Y'all can read between the lines, though, right? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't lie.
Read
At
between the lines.
any rate, we did a recap, and Jimmy called me Boule Nate, aka Don Johnson's new name for me. But it's all good, y'all. It's all good.
Hold on. Here's the thing, though. I didn't make that up. That's the first thing. I didn't make up that nickname. The nickname, you earned that nickname for one. But two is
I,
no slander. But even in you introducing the video that's getting ready to drop in the village, what you are doing is slandering. But it's okay.
I earned it. How did I earn it?
I mean, you talking, you know what you did. You talking about what you gonna do for single moms. You know what I'm saying? But I digress, man. It's all good.
Listen, Jarrell, what up, Jarrell? Happy
Gerard,
Friday.
what's goody?
Listen, first of all, before we get going, I want to say happy holidays to everybody. And I want to say I'm thankful for everybody here. I'm thankful for Jimmy, thankful for Corey, thankful to our whole Black Wealth Project crew, which is Courtney as well. And everything that just rocks with us, Dr. Chaz. I'm really thankful for y'all. Today I was at a funeral.
Man.
Um, y'all hear us talk about Pastor John a lot. Pastor John's mom passed, and I know he was impacted. Anybody who has lost a parent knows how that goes, and it's something you don't really come back from. You move
Yeah.
forward, but you don't really come back from that, and it's a great thing. So I just want to say I'm thankful for everybody here. I'm thankful for y'all because y'all are like our peoples, right? Y'all
Yeah, it's
family,
like family, man.
you
Absolutely.
know, and we don't have a million subs, and I don't care that we don't have a million subs, but y'all are here every week and always contributing. By the way, Jarrell, thank you for joining the new village. I shouldn't call it the new village because it's just an extension of the village we already have for the Tax Tuesday live group. So appreciate that. So we getting busy over there. I am on a mission, y'all. I'm tired of seeing all these raggedy ass, jaggedy ass people talking about taxes and not really getting to it in a real meaningful way. It's in a short term, real scammy effect type way when they're talking about it. It's not really empowering folks. So I'm going to start doing my part. I'm going to be doing it more and more and more. But Jimmy, how are you, sir?
Hey, listen, man. I got no complaints, man. I spent yesterday with family, man. I want to shout out to the entire village. Like I said, we did shoot a couple pieces of content for the village. Kamari dropped one this week. And got some good feedback.
What do you mean one?
Huh?
You didn't see the other one?
Which one? I know you dropped the one with Karan. That's the one I know you dropped. Um, I didn't see you drop another one, man. Like I said, all yesterday I was, with family and whatnot. Um,
That's
so
what's up.
that's what it was. But the words you said are absolutely true, not just for you, but for all of us. And I know Corey too. Corey actually just sent me a message because Corey is in Houston right now. He's in Houston with family. So
Shout out to
that's what Corey is. If everybody wonder what Corey is, so shout out to Corey. He's spending time with family in Houston. And we here for, like I said, we're not here for a long time, but we're gonna be here for a good time. You know what I'm saying? Stuff got to get done. But Kamari, don't forget to drop that video, man, because it's for the village. We got to make sure we feed the village, man. And also,
it's already up there.
okay, I'm just saying. You said you was about to drop another joint ski, so I know we got so much content. I don't know, what you dropping or when you dropping it, but the content is there though.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, by the way, go ahead, say your thing. Go do your thing.
No, I said fair enough.
Okay, all right. Listen, man. I'm making sure you good, man, because I don't want you to accuse me of no slander. You know how you do. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, my feelings are still hurt though. I mean,
Crying wolf and whatnot. You know,
it's not crying. Listen, the way he so smoothly called me Boule Nate, it was a work of art, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
don't believe the hype, man. In the words
Okay,
of Chuck D, man, don't believe the hype.
when you watch that video, chime in the comments and tell me what y'all think. Did he plan y'all think, or am I making this up? But it was good, man. You got to spend time with family. I did the same. This is my first Thanksgiving without my pop. Normally we would spend Thanksgiving together, so it's
Hmm.
a little bit for me.
How was
It's
that though? Like, if you don't mind sharing, how difficult was that? Like, that first, right? Because I was
what's
having a conversation, just to finish the question, I was having a conversation with Monica because this is her first Thanksgiving without her mother. And
mm,
she came to the realization, she was like, so many things happen now, and it's like the first without. So it's like it's almost like you get like the hurt all over again. Like, it's my first time doing X without. But how was it for you?
this whole week has actually been weird for me.
Hmm.
Because people always ask me, Kamari, have you really grieved? I'm like, no, I haven't really had time. But I had a whole, not trying to be sobby or anything, but I had a whole meltdown while I was watching a Tyler Perry B-rate movie. But it was awesome.
Which B-rate movie were you watching, if you don't mind me asking? 'Cause-
Hold on, I gotta look it up. But I'm looking it up real quick. But
oh,
the
you be
story,
go
oh,
ahead.
called it was called Ruth and Boaz, or Ruth or something like that. Um, and it's based on the story of the Bible. It's based on the story of the Bible about Ruth and Boaz.
Yeah.
But the young man in the movie had inherited a black owned business that his
Hmm.
father started. And he said, all I want to do is make my dad proud. I lost it.
And that it hit you right there.
Yeah, the weird, like the weirdest time, and I've heard people talk about it before, but I mean, it was typical B rate, but I thought it was good. I like B rates. Some people don't like B rates,
Hmm.
but I thought, damn, 'cause I do just want to make my dad proud, and it's weird. With everything that's going on, it's like I would give anything to have him back. So I hear people say that all the time. So it's I get it now. I get it now.
Yeah. So it's yeah, man. Sometimes it hits you in the most unexpected moment.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know that you ever can grieve, right? So people ask me that too. Have you taken time to grieve? And I don't know that you ever can, but something you learn to live with. But
Why are you playing that?
yeah,
How do you play that?
yeah, man. Think about it, man. When you talk about parents, these are the people that have been in your life the longest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that is a
that's what
fact.
it is.
That is a fact. So I mean, how was it for you though? Spending time with family. What was your
I
biggest
mean,
highlight?
so it's always good, man. It's always good to see the youngsters in the family, man, and to hear them and spend time with them and see the things that they're into and then see them grow. So that's always important for me. And as you get older, you appreciate things more, right? You appreciate time more, especially as you get to the age where you do lose, parents, aunts, uncles, all those things. You tend to appreciate time more. You recognize that um, time is the most valuable asset, as we always talk about. And
Facts.
but it, but it's also a reason why the quote unquote idea of black wealth is important because wealth is really time. So having
Well, I
resources
like
gives
how
you
you say
time.
time and energy, right?
I always say that time and energy. That's what it is.
Energy. Like I do. I think that's super dope. I do think that's super dope.
Yeah. So it's always fire. Shout out to all of my people from Philadelphia too. Central beat Northeast yesterday, so that was a blessing too. So
Here we
I mean, it's one of the longest running things in Philadelphia history, man. Thanksgiving game between Central and Northeast.
It is. I mean, the game back in the day when I was growing up was a Germantown King game. Second was Central Northeast, but now Central Northeast is it.
I went to several Germantown King. That's right. I won't get to that. But anyway, I went to several Germantown King games, man, because
That was it. That's where all the teams were.
I'm from up. Yeah, you said it.
That's
You
where you.
said it.
I knew
I'm
that's where
from
you
I'm
were going
I'm from uptown. So let's put it that way. Excuse me. Depending upon who you talk to, I'm from Germantown. For some people, but I'm not getting into that debate today, man. Today we want to talk about Bob Marley, man. Because we were looking at a clip and we said let's talk about this briefly. Like I said, it's not going to be a long show. We're going to do a giveaway. But I definitely want to have a conversation about this clip because you know we talk about wealth in different ways, and we talk about ways to use wealth. I was laughing this week. I was in one of my favorite groups on the internet, Afro's on Fire, and I saw you comment on it too. I left it alone because
Oh,
again, I,
talk about that.
when
Can we talk
yeah,
about that?
when someone made a comment like there's no such thing as black wealth, like there's no such thing as black jobs or black wealth, and people
Can we talk
snap.
about
Shout out to Don too, because Don was in there. Don was in there with the chopper out. All y'all was. So I just chill.
that?
You know what I'm saying? I just chill. But I saw it.
You want to talk about that? Because that's
Hey
gonna
man,
that
it's up to you.
I think you got time constraints. I actually really want to have a real fleshed out conversation about that.
Hey, listen. So if you want to have a real fleshed out conversation, let's not do it now. We could probably do that later this weekend or something.
Okay.
We could do it tomorrow if you want to. But I saw that and it made me think about the idea and what it's the word black wealth because it's such a buzzword, right? But there are different ways that people use wealth, right? And this story about Bob Marley to me was like really fly. So now
Real quick.
Kamari's getting his marketing dollars that was paid to him by Tyler Perry to show some more Tyler Perry. Go ahead, bro.
Tyler Perry is a black wealth story. So this is the movie I was talking about, Ruth and Boaz. It was on Netflix. So I just wanted to show that real quick. That's all. That's it. Because shout out to Jigga, shout out to Jamel. He said Kamari was watching, set it off to the Book of Nathaniel. Already, y'all. We started off.
The Book of Nathaniel. Set it off too.
Okay, so all right. And real quick before we get into it, what up, Noble?
Noble, what's really good?
Jamel.
Detroit's in the building. What up, though? Ja Rastafari. What's goody?
Still rocks. What up? What up? What up?
What's goody?
All right, so let's get into this Bob Marley, man. I thought this was a dope story as well.
Yo, man, shout out to Jamaica too, man, because Jamaica went through a lot, man.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to my aunt because we was trying to plan a trip, and I'm like, I don't know when I'll be able to get to my spot. But shout out to Jamaica in general, man. I love Jamaica.
Jamaica, man. Jamaica's very lovely. All right, let's get to it, y'all.
We've all heard the song by Bob Marley, No Woman, No Cry. But am I the only one that didn't know that Bob Marley did not own the royalties to that song? And when I found out the reason, I was shocked. He didn't own royalties to that song all because of his lifelong friend, Vincent Ford. Vincent ran a community soup kitchen in Trenchtown, Jamaica, and Bob Marley gifted his friend the royalties to that song so that he was able to continue to feed people in his community. And this gift allowed him to feed people for decades. And I had never heard this story. This is so incredible to me. I love everything about this. Shout out to Bob Marley. We all know and love him as an amazing artist and putting out so much amazing music. But in my opinion, this is what true legacy is all about. And he did this without any of the fanfare, without wanting recognition. It was truly just a gift from the heart. And shout out to his friend Vincent for doing so many amazing things in his community. This was such a dope story to me.
Yo.
It was a super dope story.
Shout out Vincent. Shout out to that brother too. His Instagram is like Global Mind, I think it is. I see a lot of his stories on my timeline. It's always positive stories. So salute to him.
I love his page. He's becoming one of my favorite content creators.
Yeah. But that's an interesting story, right? First of all, shout out to Vincent. It made me think too, because we've had this conversation several times about the people that are actually in the field doing the work, people like Rachel. People like Don, people, all of our folks that are doing the work, we got to make sure we support them in any way possible. That was just a creative way to use, property to support someone doing work in the field, right? Intellectual property. We talk about, real estate all the time, but intellectual property is another property we have to talk about, and the value in intellectual property, and the way it's able to create value and then use that for good purpose. So we're in a time now where people are scrambling, trying to figure out, how to put food on their family. And, we got to be more creative in terms of how we help those doing the work.
Put food on the table.
Put food on their family, man. You got to put food on your family, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Bob Marley, man, he is who he is, man. He lived his rap.
He was definitely ahead of his time, right? He's definitely ahead of his time. But there is a term for what he did. And I think it's a term that we do not talk about enough in our community.
What term is that?
Charitable giving. I mean, that's what it is. He just did it before it was even a term.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so he said, all right, I'm going to take money I make and give it to a nonprofit. We're not going to get into the technicals or how they do it in Jamaica, but it's for community good.
Mm-hmm.
In the U.S., there's a lot of strategies that speak to that.
Yeah.
Whether it's naming a church or a soup kitchen or a nonprofit as a beneficiary on your life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
or as a beneficiary on your IRA or pension, like it can be done. But a lot of times I feel like when we're talking about wealth, we look at all the glitz and glamour things, but we don't really look at the community-based things that are really going to impact the people. We'd rather talk about G-Wagons than soup kitchens.
No, I think it's funny because the G-Wagon has become like such a punching bag, right? You know, all the different various luxury cars, but somehow the G-Wagon has become the punching bag when we want to talk about frivolous spending.
I'm not talking about the G-Wagon per se. I'm really talking about the so-called content creators.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. All the different vehicles out there, but the G-Wagon has become like, you know.
Yeah.
But so you're right. And it makes me think of this idea of value. What does it mean to have value? How do you create value? We always talk about people upping their skills because it gives them value in the marketplace. But when you create, you know, and Bob Marley has created some of the most timeless pieces of art that we've ever had. I mean, to me, Bob Marley is one of the top 5 artists to ever exist. He's probably number 2 in my book. Only person ahead of him is the God Stevie. But Bob is probably, this is my personal opinion. Bob is probably number 2 there. And when you look at the ability to create value by creating that art and the fact that it can, you know, pay for a lifetime, and you take that and you put it into charitable giving. I mean, that's someone, and also did it without the fanfare. That's someone who's like literally living their rap, right? This whole thing was about being socially conscious. And so outside of just his music, which helped uplift a lot of people and helped inspire a lot of others, he literally gave away capital too. So I think that's fire. We got a good tax question in the chat too, man. That's a good question, Kamar. You know, the tax guy.
All right. Well, before I get to that question, Jimmy, I have a question. I just had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
We probably should do an episode, top 5 artists who had meaningful music. Because you said Stevie's number 1 for you. Bob's probably number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that would make for a great conversation.
So I was talking about my favorite artists. Are you talking when you say meaningful music? Are you talking about like impact, or are you talking about, because those two outside of impact, because Stevie's music has impact too.
Correct.
Those are my favorite artists. Those are my 2 favorite artists. Like clearly, no debate. Those are my 2 favorite artists.
Don't you find it suspicious that they were both conscious? There's a correlation there, sir. I'm just tagging on the through line. That's all.
No, I got you. Because I already know who's going to be number 1 on your list, and I don't even have. See what I'm saying? Like you going.
I don't know if you know who's going to be number 1 on my list.
I'm in my head right now. Maybe you can tell me I'm wrong. I think you're going to say Fela Kuti is going to be number 1 on your list.
He would definitely be in my top 5.
Okay. If he wasn't number 1 for you, that would be shocking.
He would definitely be my top 5. Listen, Upside Down is one of the greatest songs ever. Lady's another one. Check Era's another one. Like Mac for days.
No, Fela is you know. So this is a good question. Meaning on social or emotional impact, because emotional impact another.
But I think they all collide.
They intersect at times.
Yeah.
Intersect at times.
At times, I think all the time. Especially for us. I'm talking about for us.
One thing about music, when you hit,
Go ahead, Dead Prez. Go ahead.
That's actually a Bob Marley line that Dead Prez, you know, used. But Bob Marley is the originator of that line, by the way.
Yeah, but the way you said it, it was in the cadence of Dead Prez.
Yes, it was. I'm just making sure I cite the source, which is the GOAT.
Cool. Well, you actually didn't cite the source. I did. But all right, let's get.
No, I did cite the source. Bob Marley is the originator of that. Now, what's your favorite Bob Marley song, by the way, Kamar?
Probably Redemption.
Redemption song. Yeah,
that's where he talked about emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
Oh, pirates, yes, they rob by.
Can we get a show?
Hold on by the merchant ship.
Yeah,
no, I'm sorry.
All right,
but my favorite Marley song is probably.
Hold on. Y'all all know we started the Black Wealth Rebels Academy, right? So at some point we need to do a fundraiser. By a show of hands in the chat, would y'all want Jimmy to sing live for y'all? Because the brother can sing. The brother, I don't know if y'all be peeping it. He be dropping. Boy can sing.
You got jokes today.
No, I'm actually not joking. We need to raise some money, my beloved. We do need to raise some money.
Yo,
out here.
My favorite Bob Marley song is probably is so many of them. Waiting in Vain. Waiting in Vain is one of my joints.
Skip past what I'm talking about, but go ahead.
But probably Three Little Birds.
Okay.
Three Little Birds is a phenomenal song. It's one of those songs that if I'm feeling down or something happens in life, I just put that song on and I actually feel better. So shout to Bob Marley for that, because that's the idea of talk about conscious, also emotion. That's a feel good song for me.
All right, so put a pin in that real quick. I want to get to Jamel's post. Kicked it with my 64-year-old ex-truck
65.
driver. Excuse me, 65. Thank you, sir. Truck driver who retired from the Sam's Club last month due to a stroke. Damn. He has to live the rest of his life on on $14,000 401k, $2,000 monthly. He felt like he made it. I was wondering if there was another zero behind that 14K. I thought it was 140K.
Are you saying, okay, so literally he's making
$2,000 a month,
and he has 14K like this
in savings?
So,
that's a tough one.
What's his expenses, right? Professor, what's the brother's name? Professor G, the gentleman who's an NYU professor who does a lot of content.
Mm-hmm.
He always talks about forgive me, I can't remember his name. A bald-headed.
I know he's the white guy.
Yeah, but he always talks about his father and how his father is a fairly simple man who makes like 50K, right? He makes 50K in retirement passively, doesn't have to get up and do anything. He's like, but his expenses is something like 46K. He says, so his father feels wealthy. He was like, because all his expenses, his whole lifestyle is paid for with money that he's earned in the past. And he always talks about the idea of wealth is really about having passive income that can cover your expenses. So that really depends upon what kind of lifestyle you live. There was a video that went viral this week when I don't know why it went viral this week, because the clip was from a long time ago. Is when Rich Paul was speaking at InvestFest, and he was talking about having clients and how he has a lot of clients in the NBA who make $200 million. He has to tell them that $200 million isn't a lot of money. And of course, people got upset at the clip because for whatever reason, I don't know what content creator shared it recently, but I saw it all over Twitter, all over Thread, all over X. I was like, this is old. Sometimes stuff pops back up.
People don't understand context of why he would say $200 million is
exactly. And what he was saying is, if you watch and that's the other part too. It's a full video. They took just the one part, shared that. I went back and watched the full video. In the full video, he actually gives a context. He says, listen, these guys are 19, 20.
Yeah.
And he was like, they live a certain lifestyle. He was like, and even beyond that, their earning years, by the time they're 30, they're not earning anymore. So whatever they make, they have to figure out how to make it work for the rest of their lives. And he also said, he was talking specifically about people making this money, 20 years old, and they're trying to fly in private everywhere. He's like, you can't afford to fly private. Like, what are you doing? Anyway.
I think it's interesting too, right? Because Bubba Chuck, aka AI, do what, like 100? So what he's saying, it's kind of been proven and documented already.
I mean, yeah, but this goes to the everyday person too, not just athletes, entertainers. You know what I'm saying? If you're making 50, 60, 70, $100,000 a year, you got to figure out while your earning is at its apex, how do you then take that and make sure you can take care of your older self? See, the thing about it is, the younger you is going to care more about the older you more than anybody else.
So I want to come back. I want to come back to Jigga's point. So one thing I would say, Jigga, is that right now he's at a low income base. I would probably look to move that $14,000 because more than likely it's in an IRA, or let's say it's in a 401k. I would move into a Roth so he could look to reduce his taxable income.
This is not investment advice, nor is it tax or legal advice.
Thank you, Jimmy. It is not investment advice, just suggestions, just something to think about. Go talk to your tax advisor / legal professional for any legal advice. But that's one thing I will be thinking about to make sure that money can still grow. Another thing I'll be thinking about too is what is his overall asset allocation? Where's his money at? What's being invested in? Because you got to be really vigilant. He's 65 now, so what does he need to do? What does income look like? And back to Jimmy's main point, what's he spending?
And what's his health situation look like? That's one of the things that when I see people who get up there in age, they never think about the cost of medicine as they get older, right? You talk about someone who's coming off of a stroke, so I'm pretty sure he has medical expense. I'm not sure like what he's covered with based upon his his employment or what his employer is going to have take care of. But man, I think the overall point is tying it in with.
No, Jamel, give us more context, but let me run through these real quick.
Okay, go ahead, do your thing.
What up, Warren? Welcome. This Vincent had to pay tax on royalties. I am not an expert in Jamaica tax system, so we would have to research that.
If that was here in the States, though, that's a good point. I forgot the fact that we're not talking about here in the States. In the
States, no, there will be no tax because the money going to the nonprofit, let me back up, as long as it's using for the mission of the nonprofit, 9 times out of 10, it will not be taxable. However, there is this funny little tax thing called UBIT. What does UBIT stand for? It stands for money that's made. It basically means money that's made outside of the overall mission of the nonprofit. And sometimes you do have to pay tax on that. I wasn't prepared to talk about that, but that just came up. So, but yeah, that's something to think about. Yeah, we talked about that. Yes, Black Woke Rebels Talent Show. I am all for it. We got to be fundraising.
It's By the Hood Academy is the name of the nonprofit.
But we correct. By the Hood Academy. But yes, Black Wealth Rebels / By the Hood Academy.
It's all the same. Jamil said, that's shocking to me that you never got the Bob Marley, considering, your penchant for Sarnetta type content.
Yes, I want to hear Jimmy sing. You never miss my love. Oh boy. You're going down. You'll never find. All right, so Jalen said he retired from Sam's Club gas station. His expenses are close to $1,500 a month, but you got to factor in inflation with low cost of living advances. COLA is what it is with Social Security, and his 1999 Ford Ranger is on its last leg.
Yeah, go to that next comment though.
Jeez, he don't want no financial advice. He wants to pull it out. He lives in a trailer. Don't say pause, Jimmy. He lives in a trailer. Tomorrow, it made me realize how far me and my peer group, who actually have good jobs but no savings, are behind. Yeah, listen, a lot of us are behind. I'm myself included. But you got to be conscious of that, of your behind. Not your behind, because Jimmy's going to say.
I'm not saying nothing, man. I'm chilling right now, man. I'm chilling right now.
Don't lie. But yeah,
I'm chilling.
When you are behind in your retirement, because again, I don't ever plan to retire per se. However, my body might say, "Come on, sit your monkey ass down." And you ain't going to work no more. So, real thing. That is a real thing, y'all.
Absolutely, it is.
People are not thinking about that. So
absolutely, it is. Yeah, man. It's funny. I was talking to one of my young nephews yesterday. He's working. Right, he's a young adult. He's like 20. Telling him like, you got to be stacking now for 50-year-old you, right? For him, he's like, what? Like, it doesn't really register to him because he want to buy Rick Owens jeans and mess around with tings. And I'm like, dog, what about the old you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about the old you, and it's difficult outside of just the younger generation. The other part is this: I've also seen people who have, specifically, like in my work in real estate, I've seen realtors who go on a crazy run. They may sell a couple $1 million of property in a year, and they make a lot of money, and they think that every year is going to be that way. So when things are going good, they're never putting up for a rainy day, like the idea of a rainy day fund, or for when things slow down. And that's how most businesses are managed, right? Whether you're talking about your own personal business or even a large business, right? If you look at some of the largest businesses that we have, they're able to, put away for a rainy day so they can sustain themselves when there's changes in the market, right? So You might have a change in employment, or if you are a 1099, you might just have a slow season. Something may happen, or you may get sick. But it's difficult to tell somebody when things are going extremely good that you're putting up for when things are going extremely bad, because they'll say, "Oh man, you're being pessimistic, or you're thinking too negative. I'm always going to do this." Nah, when things are going good, man, you gotta stash chicken. You gotta be like a bear. You gotta, put away for your hibernation or whatnot.
Listen, what's the famous Q-tip line? My daddy said, "Boy, don't you know things go in cycles."
Yeah.
Doing business,
Bound to just dance like Michael.
So yeah, you always got to be stacking.
And that's the thing, like, but it's hard to get someone when things are going extremely well, when they're going on a run and think. I know people that was getting all kinds of crazy bread during the pandemic, and they didn't put any of it up. You know what I'm saying? They put none of it up.
But that goes back to the Rich Fall point, and I need to go watch that clip. But the same thing. You're not always going to be up. I mean, how many drug dealers have we seen that got the Volvos, the Audis, the Benders, and then they got popped? The lawyer had to pay all that. They had to pay the lawyer all that bread. They had to go to jail. They had to sit down.
Man, I lack discipline in a lot of places in life, but that's the one place that I'm thankful that I do have discipline, the ability to be a stacker. And I think it's something to do with, like, I used to be a card collector. I like collecting things. And that includes money. But
so you collect cards too, Jimmy?
No, I used to collect football and baseball cards. As a kid, I did.
Oh, okay.
Now I just collect sacks.
Like a '67 Shelby Mustang.
No. I said cards, not cars.
Okay. Cards.
You know what I'm saying? No. I'm just saying that might be that part of my personality, which is what. But I've always been good at, a part of mine is mine forever. Just put it to the side and act like it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? I'm still spending money from '98, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Okay. I mean, but that's the mindset you got to have. That is the mindset you have to have. I mean, a great book we always talk about is The Richest Man in Babylon, where they say a part of everything that you make is yours to keep. And yes. Jimmy just echoed that same thing. So, you got to try to figure out ways to implement that, even if it's as little as $5 every time you get paid. Because
everything counts.
Some people think you need $1 million to save. That's not true at all.
Everything counts.
Yep.
Despite what Brandy tells you that almost doesn't count, it does. By the way,
that's some slander too, y'all. But go ahead.
That's not slander. Listen, the Brandy and Monica show.
If you
was amongst the greatest shows I've ever seen in my life.
I got you. If you watch the video on the Village that I just dropped, you'll see a slander. But go ahead, Jimmy. How was the show?
It was one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. Like the way they did it, the way they everything was just dope. First of all, Kelly Rowland is phenomenal.
So that's why I said what I said, though, Jimmy. But go ahead.
Kelly Rowland, and it's funny because we were talking about, like, should Kelly Rowland be on it? Kelly Rowland has this thing that I don't even know how you describe. She has, like, I'm her energy. Like when she walks out, it's like it's almost it reminds me of like what Beyonce does, but she has it in a different way. It's like, yeah. So that was dope. But Brandy and Monica, the way they set their show up in terms of like no one is the headliner, we're both the headliners, and the way they were trading back and forth, it was super fire. It is also dope to see how their actual camaraderie. And I think it's a black wealth lesson in that too. People try to put them against each other their entire lives, and they're making millions and millions of dollars by coming together and working together and loving on each other. So,
but I think they also made millions and millions of dollars of feeding into that enemy conspiracy. Conspiracy the whole time.
But here's what I'll tell you: they're not making dog. They sold out this joint, dog, and these tickets was high as hell. They packed the whole place, and I've been watching online. They've been packing every place. They're making a grip on this tour, dog.
I believe.
And it's like slap after slap after slap on both sides. It's like just crazy, bro. I had a great time, man. Shout to my song. My song was sitting across from me.
Okay.
And shout to Ray J too. Ray J was sitting over there too. And then I get back home, and a couple days later, my man Ray J going to jail. So
Ray J in jail.
He's home now, but he just got locked up like 2 days ago.
Oh damn. Well, I don't see anybody in jail, especially not a black man. So we're not even gonna talk about that. But here's another point where Jimmy is always slandering me. If y'all ever get a chance, go on Facebook and you'll see how Jimmy slandered me because I said I love Brandy.
That's not why I slandered you. I did slander you with that. I slandered you because
you're admitting it.
No, I'm admitting I slandered you here because because you upset me, dog. because Kamari said out of his mouth that Monica only has 2 songs, right? And
That's
I love both of them. I think they're both legends, phenomenal. So I
so
took offense to that.
either you're lying, but the truth is not in you. So I don't know which one it is.
Okay, you can read it. You can read actually what I wrote. What I wrote didn't even mention Brandy. It didn't even mention Brandy.
But what you wrote was not factual, sir. It was a lie.
You doubled down when I wrote it. You doubled down in the comments.
I said I rock with Brandy, but that's not what I said.
But that has nothing to do with my. See, that's the thing. You one of those people, man. You one of those people.
I only like to listen. My God, Monica's dope, but I don't reach for a Monica album to listen to. I reach for Brandy stuff all the time.
And I actually I love both of them, but I'm quite the opposite. I listen to Monica way more than. And it's funny because even at the show, it was the same way when she came out with them slaps. I was like, but anyway, man, that's not the point. The point of the show is dope. Those sisters are amazing. Salute to both of them. Crazy, super dope, man. So,
joyful, yes, and I'm waiting for Jimmy to say pause. Yes,
I'm chilling. I'm chilling today, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let Kamari say the wild stuff he gotta say, man. Listen, man.
I lie.
Jamil says I was more into Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, and Barry Levinson. It's phenomenal, man. It's a legend. I mean, I mess with all of them, but Barry Levinson.
I mean, but they were a whole group at one point. So,
listen, man. But how can you not like Bob Marley? You didn't say you like. You said you never got into.
I didn't say that.
No, Jamil did. That's what.
Did. I mean,
yeah,
people have taste, man. Yes, that's a Tribe Called Quest song I was talking about. Absolutely. Can't tell you.
Murderer. I'm sorry.
Can't tell you how many pandemic ballers above and below ground who are currently broke, struggling, still liquidating, still pawning.
Yeah. So that's what I said. That was just an interesting time. Hey, Lorraine, what's up, Lorraine?
Yep, and it's funny. It's people still getting locked up for the PPP scams.
Crazy.
Oh, somebody get locked up. $69 million.
Man, crazy. Listen, I had nothing to do with that. That happened in Brooklyn. I went to the Atlantic City show. I wasn't at the Brooklyn show. And shout out to Ja Rule too, man. Ja Rule's a legend, man. I'm supposed to be hating on Ja Rule, but I don't hate on Ja Rule, man. Ja Rule had his run. What up, Dr. Chaz? How are you?
Yes, listen, I'm seeing Dr. Chaz is spreading out everywhere, out.
Yeah, she going crazy. She be going crazy on YouTube. Salute to Dr. Chaz, man.
Oh, not just YouTube. She is on the TikTok.
I know. She's TikToking too. She's TikToking.
I caught her first live the other day.
I didn't see the live.
Yeah, she's doing her thing. Shout out to her. Shout out to Dr. Chaz.
Yes. Listen, I gotta get ready to get out of here though. Before we get out of here though, let's do a quick giveaway, man. What's the hashtag we can use?
Bob Marley.
All right, there we go. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
What do y'all think? Put it in the chat. Bob Marley, or is there another hashtag y'all think we should do?
Robert Nesta Marley.
I just realized Nesta was his middle name, by the way, too.
Damn, dog, where you been?
I don't know, under a rock somewhere.
I told you, I'm a self-admitted Bob stan. Like I've read 15 books on Bob Marley. I've watched 10 documentaries.
For your Bob Marley standings. Never.
Yeah, I watched like 10 documentaries, read like 15 books. You know what I'm saying? Watched the biopic 10 times. Like I'm a Bob Marley stan, and I listen to the music all the time.
All right, so listen, while everybody is thinking of another hashtag, I know you got to get out of here, Jimmy, but let's run this back one more time.
Yes, sir.
I heard the song by Bob Marley, No Woman, No Cry. But am I the only one that didn't know that Bob Marley did not own the royalties to that song? And when I found out the reason, I was shocked. He didn't own royalties to that song, all because of his lifelong friend, Vincent Ford. Vincent ran a community soup kitchen in Trenchtown, Jamaica, and Bob Marley gifted his friend the royalties to that song so that he was able to continue to feed people in his community. And this gift allowed him to feed people for decades. And I had never heard this story. This is so incredible to me. I love everything about this. Shout out to Bob Marley. We all know and love him as an amazing artist and putting out so much amazing music. But in my opinion, this is what true legacy is all about. And he did this without any of the fanfare, without wanting recognition. It was truly just a gift from the heart. And shout out to his friend Vincent for doing so many amazing things in his community. This was such a dope story to me.
Dope story to me as well. Dope
Yeah,
story to
man.
me
And
as
that
well.
his IG, I'm pulling up now. His IG is called Global Mind. I think it. Well, that's what I saw.
Okay.
Like, what's the? Is that his IG? Because some I think
Yeah,
I
I was
might.
just,
No, that is his.
yeah.
It's a Global Mind Apparel. If you look up Global Mind Apparel, that's that brother. He got a lot of phenomenal stories on his page, but so salute to him for that, man.
So real quick, Jim, I just looked up the lifetime of the royalty, right? So the royalties are going to be based on the copyright plus, so you get the protection of the royalty based on the copyright.
mhm.
The copyright lasts for the lifetime of the author or the owner plus 70 years. So we talking a long time because Barley
Yeah,
passed in the 80s, right?
yeah.
81, 82. So we talking about this should be protected at least up to what 2050-ish, somewhere
Mhm.
around there. I mean, so that's a nice piece of change. That's a
And
nice
it's
piece,
one of his more popular songs. But
right?
his family don't play about his estate anyway, dog. Like he got generations that live off of the work he did. Plus, he got a super talented family. Ziggy is super talented.
Yeah,
Damien is super
all of them.
talented.
All,
Steven is super talented.
could
Listen,
they could probably re-record that and then extend the life of that song even
his
longer.
grandson Skip is super fire. He got a song with her that go crazy. Like so, his family is just super talented all over. They also got the merch, the coffee. So, they don't play it.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I'm a super Bob Marley stand dog. So I not only do that includes me buying all the albums and merch from his family. So, that's
Uh,
what it is.
so the hashtag recommendation from Lorraine says hashtag brandy. I ain't mad at that.
Of course, you're not mad at that. Kamari is. Oh, whoa! Rest in peace. Rest in
Yes.
peace.
Yeah, I just saw that, right? And what's so sad, the brother died in jail. I didn't even know he was in jail.
You didn't hear the Audible joint on that, bro? I told you like 6 months ago. Audible has an Audible original about his life that is phenomenal.
Okay, I will be getting it this weekend.
Dog, it's phenomenal. Like, I'm
Thank you,
gonna find
Jamel.
the name of it for you right now.
$25 in cash equals 27,488 sats, y'all. 27,488 sats, y'all.
It's called Burn. It's for those that don't know. Go on Audible, look up Burn Baby Burn, the life and legacy of H. Rap Brown.
I think I had that already. I think I got it when you told me about it.
Listen, bro, it's like 3 hours to the whole book, but it's like, yeah, it's one of them ones, man. So yeah.
All right, so Jamel says, how y'all liking that De La Soul Cabin in the Sky? So listen, I listened to it. I've only listened to it like once or twice. I'll be honest, it didn't super grab me. I did like the Nas.
That's my favorite track too.
When he just kind of redid Stakes is High, when he redid Plug One's verse. But I gotta go back and listen to it. But I've been rocking out the Wale. I like Wale just dropped the joint. And I've been rocking out to that. Have you listened to that, Jim?
I have, but honestly, bro, I ain't been listening to music. I mean, outside of like PJ Morton. Outside of PJ Morton, I don't really be listening to music. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the way, Kamari, PJ Morton also has a bio on Audible too, so you got to get that to learn about.
I will get that. I'll get that.
But let's see the hint on it. But I'm just saying, the only music I've been listening to, honestly, over the last couple months, I listen to albums when they come out, all the Legend series. But I listen to PJ Morton most of the time. If not that, I'm listening to audiobook. I've been,
Likewise. All right, Lorraine comes with another idea for a hashtag the boy is mine. The boy is mine.
I don't dislike that either. But I think we're gonna go with Marley. Let's just make it one word Marley, because it's really about Bob Marley tonight. And that great story, you know what I'm saying? In terms of him using his impact, his art to impact the world, right?
All right, and so Jamil says, plus you got to add in the royalties from Wyclef remake. I forgot about that. All right, H. Rap Brown has been in the medical facility since 2017. Whoa, going through cancer treatments. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Listen to the joint. Yo, let's get it started, man, because I gotta get out of here in the next 10 minutes. So,
all right, hold on, Jimmy. So Lorraine just threw this in there. Bitcoin, $91,022. Mm-hmm. 30 seconds on that, sir.
30 seconds on what?
Bitcoin, 91,032. Some people are losing their shit right now.
How are you losing your shit? It's up 10,000 over the last like week. It was down to 80-something thousand. So
me 10 seconds on it. Come on.
I mean, there's nothing to say. I mean, listen, it has its ebbs and flows. What
you say we are content creators, sir? What you got to say?
what I got to say is like, if you a stacker, you a stacker. If you a real Bitcoiner, you don't care about the price. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, listen, here's my thing. If you have a house, right, an investment property, do you care that what your appraised value is day in and day out? Or are you just,
I mean, technically in 07, that's what they did. That's why so many people walked away from their homes.
Yeah, that's 07. That's one moment in time.
No, but people thought and think like that.
I mean, I feel sorry for them, man. They need to join the village, man, and learn to have the mindset of long term, right?
Okay. All right, so we got a hashtag Marley.
Marley's Sun Store was fire, man.
Hashtag Marley.
Here's why Bob Marley to me is like so great too, right? Because I listen to a lot of his son's music. Ziggy does a lot of like love songs, and like Steven does a lot of like kind of like in between, and Damien does a lot of revolutionary music. In fact, the one Damien did with Nas is fire too. They got a joint album. But it's funny to me because all of them are like one part of who he was. You listen to a Bob Marley album, he making love songs, he's making revolutionary music, he's making happy music. And like it's almost like all his sons are different parts of who he was, which is kind of fire.
Okay.
That's a personal observation.
I mean, I think anybody that impactful, their children definitely live out of an aspect of that.
And thank you for that, Jamil, because that was the name of the Nas album called Distant Relative, which is low key one of Nas's top 3 albums, but a lot of people don't recognize that because it's a joint album, but it's super.
Top 3?
I think so. I really believe that.
Okay.
I really believe it.
Different crew, welcome. All right, so we got all the Marleys, and listen, we got 12 entries. Can we get it up to 15? And Lorraine told me to stop begging. Or no, it wasn't Lorraine, it was Cookie. Cookie basically cussed me out and said, stop begging. Stop begging these people to give away your Bitcoin. She's not wrong. We got 13. Can I get a 14? All right. I don't think it's going to happen. I agree, Jim. Usually slept on. Okay. Let's not miss another marriage connection with Lauren Hill offspring now. Okay. Because Lauren is married to who? Rohan, right? I think.
Because my this has been crazy. I'm trying to. You hear me?
Well, yeah, I can hear you.
All right. That's cool. Lauren is not married to any of them.
Oh, she did.
They divorced.
Listen, that's how I be out of the loop, man. I can't keep up with celebrity.
Lauren was married to
Rohan, right?
Yeah, but actually, I don't think they actually ever got married.
Okay. Well, they were like partners.
Yeah, and Rohan is the football player. Yeah, he played for University of Miami. He was on a team with Ray Lewis. I'm sorry, I told you, man. I'm a chill. But anyway, yeah, Rohan was the one that Lauren was involved with.
Right, Rohan. All right, so we have 13. We ain't gonna wait no longer for y'all, so we just going to spin the wheel.
Good luck, everybody.
Ready,
and if you win,
let's go.
Hit me up. And the winner is, I don't know why Kamar be putting us in there, yo. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Now redo that, bro.
Now listen, I want some sats. They don't want them. Like we got we had 30, now we got 24. People
listen, man. Roll. Let's go, man. No.
Listen, I want my sats. Pay me my money.
This is for the people.
I am people. I got family too. I got 2 babies in college. All right, let's roll again, y'all. Let's go. Let's see about a hood wins this time.
You wildin', bro. Jarrell with the dub.
There we go. That's your starting investment for your new son, for your
There you
new
go. There you
child.
go.
I hope it is a masculine child.
Shout out to the Godfather. Listen, every time you say that, I laugh, man. I love the Godfather, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, go rewatch part 3 though.
Only 1 and 2. You don't need 3.
Come on, man. You will not slander a
And 3.
Mobilari, man. A Mobilar. All right, listen, everybody. We love y'all. Sunday, we'll be back here Sunday morning. We appreciate y'all, man.
Sunday?
Huh?
Are we back here Sunday?
Yeah, man. Let's get it on Sunday.
Yo,
by the way, we in the field tomorrow, though. We in the field tomorrow.
Tomorrow, John.
Yeah, shout to Tech Core too. So tomorrow, me and Kumar are going to speak with some youngsters in the STEM program. You know what I'm saying? And, talk our talk. So shout to Tech Core too. Also, if you're in the city, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, we having a holiday party for our investment club, December 4th. Right, we at the A-Loft downtown. You know what I'm saying? So holla at us there. We also be in the field then too. So a lot going on, but we in the field tomorrow at Tech Core 2, speaking to the STEM students about the idea of investing while they, build their skills in the tech side. So that's tomorrow. I got a whole agenda. I'm going to an AAU game early tomorrow morning.
And December 6th is our next installment of our Saturday school. So if you have any children,
December 6th,
that want to learn about money, that want to learn about wealth building, come through 108 East Price Street, Faith Chapel Church. Come on through, y'all. Go to BTH.
You know what? I messed that date up again. December 4th is not the date of the holiday party. The holiday party is actually the day after that. So the holiday party is December 7th. So December 4th is a Thursday. So December 6th is our Saturday school at 108 East Price Street. December 7th, we're downtown at the A-Loft for the holiday party. That's in the afternoon. So that's what next weekend looks like. Tomorrow, Tech Core 2. And I'll be at the 6-Man Center at 9:30 if any of y'all, want to watch some AAU hoops. But I digress.
Well, enjoy, sir, and enjoy all your fun. Thank you, everybody. We will see y'all next time. Have a great weekend. Happy holidays again.
Peace and Black Power.